Welcome to Let's Talk About It. A podcast gives a platform for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations. Please subscribe, like, comment, enjoy this journey, and enjoy this ride. Welcome to this week's episode. Welcome everybody to Let's Talk About It, a podcast that gives a platform for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations. First and foremost, the people on YouTube who are watching this episode today, please like, comment, subscribe, give a share too. Share it out with your friends. People who are listening to us on Apple, Spotify, and IHeart Radio, give us a rating, give us 5 stars, give a comment. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I've been waiting for this for a long time because this young lady, it's her first time. She's a little nervous right now, but it doesn't mean anything. She's going to be fine. You know, I did 2 other episodes back in the day with two other guests about fitness and especially being older in the fitness world. Now, if you go back on my season 1, Tina, episode 18, she's in her 60s. She's inspiring people in the 60s, women in the 60s, and everybody else to work out. And you just go back a couple weeks ago, my season 2, Bernie, never too old to start. He is 74 years old in the fitness world. He started at 63. Today's guest, she's been working out for like off and on like all her life, but she was consistent at 60 and that's now 64. And we're going to get into her journey today. I'm gonna ask her, we're going to talk about, her love for running, building muscle in her 60s and beyond. Francis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
It's good. I'm doing fine. First and foremost, right, you said right when we came on, you worked out today, right? So what'd you work on today?
Oh, no, actually it was yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yesterday's functional fitness class, we did a lot of heavy lifting, kettlebell curls, tricep extensions, 50-pound medicine ball lifting up to our shoulder and putting it down, and pushing and pulling the sled, weighted step-ups, and with a core circuit that went every time we ran through the full weight circuit. It was horrible. My hamstrings are sore from doing the sled pull.
Wow. Francis, I follow you on Instagram, right? You told like a little mini part of your story on your Instagram. I was very inspired by that. I liked it a lot. Right, before we get into you working out and being consistent at 60, I know there's a road to get to that point there. I know you talked about like your love of cross country and track, right, when you was younger, right?
Right.
Now, what started that with you, first of all? Like you just ran and you just started loving it, or how did it start for you?
What? It's kind of funny. In 6th grade, we used to do the president's physical fitness training, and one of the things was a 600-yard run. And I used to hate running, but in 6th grade, I did it, and I really liked it. And and I don't know, that turned the corner for me. So then in middle school and high school, I started doing track and cross country. And I managed to win first place in 8th grade district cross country. And I, school records for the 400, or actually 440 back in the day when we weren't metric,
Yeah.
So, yeah. I just realized how competitive I was, and I really liked competing, and I was good at it.
Oh, look at you. Now, so you ran all throughout high school, right? You probably got some records that you probably shattered and stuff like that, and you went throughout your journey. Right? Did you watch all the Olympics at the time? Did you follow them at the time?
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
follow that throughout your career?
And then also in high school, I was part of a track, not a track team. We had a group, and at one time there was like the junior Olympic, not junior Olympic. There was some national track meet at Mount Hood Community College, so I got to help, you know, do the. My brain is not working.
It's okay. It's all right. Take your time.
I helped run stats up to the press box, and just assisted around this track meet, and got to meet a bunch
Yeah.
of athletes from all across the country. It was pretty cool, and I just love watching people compete in track. One of these days, I'm going to go down to Eugene and hang out at. Well, why can't I remember the name of the track?
It's okay.
I should know the name of that. Oh my God. I'm totally blank. This is embarrassing.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hayward Field.
Don't even worry about it.
It's
There
Hayward
you
Field.
go.
Yes.
Hayward Field.
Okay.
Now, you went through all your cross country days, right? You went through your cross country days. I'm assuming, and you said in your story you kept on running, you love to run. I'm interested, and I want to get into this right here. Like you said on your story, you had 2 kids, and then after that, right? But then you start running all these 5Ks and 7Ks and 10Ks and half marathons while raising 2 kids. Like, how hard was that for you? Like training, being a mom, and probably working, wherever your career was. Like, how hard was that?
Well, actually, when my kids were little, I didn't compete in any races, but I would just
Okay.
occasionally run. And I had a gym in my basement. I would wake up at 3 a.m. to work out before they got up. I'd work out for 2 hours.
Whoa. Whoa.
So that's what I did when they were little, or, start going to some fitness classes and things like that. But I
Okay.
didn't start seriously running till I turned 50 because I didn't want to be over 50 and
Okay.
fat. And that's when I started doing.
I love it. I love it.
So I think
So at the age 50, so let me ask you. So at the age 50, you start competing in what? Well, matter of fact, what was your first race?
a 10K, which is stupid to start with a 10K. Why didn't I start with a 5K?
Wow.
I always do things backwards. So I did.
Okay. Right.
I did Bridge
Go
to
on, listen, go
Bruise
ahead.
10K. That was my first race. And then I did several
Okay.
5Ks after that.
All
And
right. All right.
just
So what made you start and have the idea in your head that I'm going to run a 10K?
that was a long time ago. I can't remember.
It's okay. It's all right. Because I tell you right now, because a lot of people, I don't think that many people start at 50 to run 5Ks and 10Ks, right?
Probably not. No. And that was
But
a lot more distance than I was running like in my 20s and 30s. Of course, I didn't have, a smartwatch to tell me how far I was going. I was just like,
just run.
I don't know. I probably only went a couple miles,
Man, well, she did a whole little Forrest Gump thing. She just kept on running like that. You remember that movie Forrest Gump? He started running all over the country, shit like that. Like, oh my God. I love that right there. In your 50s, doing 5Ks, 10Ks, 7Ks, half marathons. I mean, that's like impressive. I'm very impressed by that. Starting off with a 10K, I know that was like ridiculous right there, but but I know you ran for a long time, and you said you stopped running in what, 2016? I think it was.
Yes. My right knee had been bothering me on and off for a few years. It was severely arthritic, bone on bone. I had to wear
Yeah.
an unloading knee brace because it was so bad. It was terrible.
Oh my God. I can imagine. I can imagine, right? Because you said, right, you had two surgeries on it, right?
Well, I had meniscus surgery on both of my knees when I was younger, which
Okay.
didn't help with the arthritis because they cut out some of my meniscus, so it made it wear out faster.
Oh.
So I did have full replacement in May of 2020,
Mm.
but then I started running again like 8 months after that.
Oof. Now, 2020, that's kind of interesting. Like, did you have to go through the whole like because I remember, that was the COVID era.
Oh, it was
Like,
terrible. My surgery got delayed once because of COVID, because
uh-huh.
clinics, they weren't doing elective surgeries at the time, and then they'd say, okay,
Okay.
we're doing them. Here, you're on the
Wow.
schedule. Oh no, we're not doing them again. Oh, you're off the schedule.
Oh my God. How long did you have to wait total in 2020?
It wasn't really that bad. My surgery was initially scheduled in April, and then as soon as they opened it up, my surgeon called me and was like, "Do you want to get in?" So it was just another month later.
Okay. All right. Now you say you've been working out off and on, right? You said, right, like, when your boys were younger, you had your gym downstairs. So basically you just did this like from youth all the way up until you got 60, right?
But there were lots of times where I just fell off the wagon and I was just a lazy blob.
Oh,
And then I'd
tell me
say,
about that right there, because I'm sorry, friends, but I'm gonna cut you off. But like, tell me about like falling off the wagon, because that's what a lot of people do. They'll be kind of consistent and then they fall off the wagon. Like, tell me about some of your experiences about falling off the wagon.
yeah, ugh. It's so hard to get back on the wagon. Like, in my 40s, I was going to 24-hour fitness. I had a personal trainer I was working with, and then I moved across town, and I had every intent of continuing, but I never went back. you know, and then, I realized, I'm going to Hawaii, so I want to get back in shape. So I would start something like I did P90X for a few months. And then again,
Okay.
then my hips started bothering me. So then I fell off the wagon again. And,
Oh.
I would uh, let things make me fall off the wagon. And
Trust me, you know what? I'm 53 now, and I started my journey at 50, and I kind of started in the 40s a little bit, and and then I'll come up with an excuse. All right, well, I'll do this later on. I'll be all right, or I'll do it once a week, or I'll go into the gym and I'll stop, or whatever. All type of crazy excuses I would make and stuff like that, until I got consistent. Now I've been consistent now for like around 3 years now. But like the biggest thing in this whole world is about consistency. So so after you had your surgery and you stopped all your 5Ks, your marathons and stuff like this and that. When you got to the age of 60, what what made you start to be consistent? Like, what was that moment where you said, "Okay, France"? I mean, you probably talked to yourself, Francis. I gotta be consistent. I can't fall off the wagon no more. I gotta start being consistent. What was that moment?
well, I retired at the end of 2020.
Okay.
And and then, after my surgery, I did a lot of rehab, and I just wanted to keep that going. And then retiring gave me the extra incentive. I wasn't going to work. I previously was working in a very physical job, so I would just be exhausted when I got home.
Okay.
And so having the luxury of not having that horrible, exhausting job, you know, and I just realized I was going to rely on my discipline and not let myself fall off the wagon ever again because it's so hard to get back on.
Trust me, I know about that, especially physical jobs, because I'm a truck driver, right? I deliver food for a living, and
Uh,
I'm up and down that ramp, and that was my excuse for all those years. I'm like, listen, I'm lifting heavy boxes, I'm going up down the ramp, 200, 300 pounds. That's my excuse, is physical labor. And so then I discovered it actually helped me uh be more better and, like, gaining muscle and then be more consistent, and I'm less tired. So I love that right there. But I like to tell the audience a little fun fact here. Ladies and gentlemen, building muscle in your 60s and beyond. Now, it says, this is what they say. I'm going to ask my guests about this. It says it improves mobility, reduces risk of falls, better balance and stability, increases bone density, enhances posture, because God knows I know I need it, better moods, improve, I hope I'm reading this right, because I'm the worst at pronouncing things, metabolic health and overall life. That is the definition of that. Now, Francis, when I say that, has any of these things improved with you?
oh, definitely. Um, I just did a mobility assessment at work. I work for Stretch Lab, and we have this
Okay.
really cool tool. It's called MAPS. It assesses mobility, activation, posture, and symmetry.
Okay.
And my posture was spot on when I did this test. And I worked in an office job for 37 years, so I was, my posture could have been horrible. I could have been a hunched over person, but I
Yeah.
think lifting weights has made my posture so much better.
Mhm.
My mobility has gotten better from, well, strength training plus jiu-jitsu. You got to be pretty mobile to roll around on the floor with people.
Whoa, jujitsu. Oh man. Woo. Phew. Now, how many years have you been doing jujitsu?
Just 2.5 years, but I haven't been practicing lately because I hurt my hip again not too long
Oh,
ago. So I haven't been
oh,
running either because of my stupid hip, but
okay.
I really like jujitsu. It's fun to choke people.
What? Francis, come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on.
That's one of the ways we submit people is by choking them.
Okay. Francis. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you.
You didn't know what you were in
Yeah.
for when you asked me on your podcast.
No, hey, listen, this is real people. I love real people. I love real stories. But, like, man, you love to choke people out. I love that. That's entertaining. So so when you said that you was gonna be consistent in 60, because I'm kind of curious about this. Because I don't know if you know this or not. There's a lot more women in this world, right? Because I just had this conversation with Bernie. Uh, the stats are just crazy. From 51 to 75, women work out in all type of exercises, even in the, like, jujitsu and mobility, all type of stuff than men. It's like 68% higher than men. Like, in your opinion, I just want to ask your opinion. Why do you think women now are working out way more than men?
They're realizing they don't want to be frail. They want to keep their bone density. We don't want to fall down and break our hips because, and doing this can prevent that. And I think women are also realizing we want to take up more space. We don't want to be skinny anymore. That was the goal.
Yeah.
70s, 80s, 90s, everybody wanted to be skinny and small. Well, now we're all wanting to be big. I want to be as jacked as I can.
I love it. I love it. Francis, what you really are probably saying, right, that women are smarter than men about this, right? Be honest.
Yes.
Be honest. Men are stupid. Hey, I got you. Hey, you go.
Not all men.
Yeah, some of them. There you go. You know what? When I talk to other people out there and like other men, right? Because I asked a men that's gonna come on. I have a guy who's gonna come on like around another month from now, and he explains why it doesn't benefit any man to do it. And I was like, why?
What?
Like, why would you say that? Yeah, like building muscle. All you gotta do is just that's all crap and this and that, whatever. He was saying like how what you said it, like like you said, back in the day, it was all about dieting and what was number one thing? Doing cardio. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Muscle mass don't mean anything. But the way I'm hearing is it is improving your way of living, your longevity, and it's actually improving women's longevity 10 years longer than men who work out. That's crazy. I actually like that right there. Francis, let me ask you this right here. So at 60, what did you do at that time? Like, did you have a trainer at that point? Or are you at the same gym that you at now when you started? Will you be more consistent? What would you do in to start off to be more consistent?
First of all, I just started doing some videos on YouTube, and I was horrible at it. It was terrible. I was like, I can't do this. This is going to kill me. But then I started seeing progress. The burpees. Okay. I didn't have to step them out. I could actually jump them out. Or even doing jumping. After my knee replacement, jumping was kind of scary. Yeah. And well, now I jump all the time and it doesn't scare me at all. But things like that, I would see the little progressions. And then I decided to venture out and take a self-defense class. I thought, oh, that looks fun. And okay, that's at this gym I go to. Okay. But it wasn't called that at the time. It was Krav Maga of Portland, but it was really empowering going to learn self-defense. And then I started taking the fitness kickboxing classes. And then they started to offer the Jiu-jitsu and then Muay Thai kickboxing. I was going to the gym like twice a day, every day.
What? What?
Crazy.
Wait a minute, this is at 60?
Huh? Yes.
This is wow.
Because I would take a Krav class, then a fitness kickboxing class, and then I'd go and Jiu-jitsu all in the same day. Some days I would take 4 classes. I was a little crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, why? If you can remember, because not that long ago, why 4 classes in a day?
I don't know. I just really enjoyed it, and I liked the people there.
Okay.
It just made me happy. It was my happy place.
I love that. I do, because a lot of people don't understand, like, stuff like that, classes, the gym, stuff like that. That is a happy place. I know a guy that goes, I think, like 2-3 times a day to like different stuff. He does a cardio class and not cardio class. What's that with the bicycle? I forgot what it's called.
Oh, spin?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He does a spin class and then he works out and then he does some type of hot yoga. I forgot what it's called. like, it was real hot in there, and I guess it's for flexibility and shit like that. I don't know. It is what it is, but it makes you good. So, so you start doing this at 60, and you're being consistent. So now, right, and I look on your social media, like you have your own little home gym. When you start doing that? As you building it? How was you
I
building that up?
just slowly, like at the beginning when I was first doing those videos that were so hard, I bought some 3-pound dumbbells and some 5-pound, then 8, then 10. Now I've got 40-pound dumbbells. I've just been slowly growing my gym over time.
I love that right there. Now, the gym you go to that you posted, right? Did they teach you those techniques there, or that's a different type of gym you go there for?
Yeah, this place.
Got it. Oh, yeah, I love it, love it.
It's
Right? Because I love how I love how you do the videos. Like you speed them up very fast. I like that. That's very, very creative. I love it right there. Now, I'm gonna ask you something that maybe a lot of people are gonna want to know. How are the aches and pains being that you are doing it consistently now from 60 to 60, 45? How are those right now? How will you deal with those?
Well, I have fibromyalgia, so aches and pains are a part of my life, and they're way
Mhm.
worse if I'm sedentary. If I just
Really?
don't move, then I can't move. So the more I move, the better I feel. I
Okay,
don't know if
right.
you've
So,
read up on fibromyalgia, but it causes
no, can you tell me about that right there?
it's a lot of soft tissue pain. Your body amplifies pain. Also, other senses too. Sound, smells are amplified. And
Really?
there's lots of different pain points in the body. I can't, if somebody shakes my hand, oh, that kills me. Um, yeah, there's lots of different trigger points that feel more pain than others. So, and a
Does
lot of
the gym
people,
help out with this at all?
pardon?
Does the gym help out with this
Oh,
at all?
yes, yes. Like all the movement I do, just it, as they say, motion is lotion. It helps keep me more moving, keeps me moving. A lot of people become
Mm.
very sedentary when they are diagnosed with this because of all their pain, and then they're on disability because they feel like they can't move, and then they have sleep disturbances and things. So then they just become sedentary, and it just worsens their symptoms. So
Really?
I realized that I can't be sedentary. Otherwise, I'll just turn into a cripple that can't move.
Wow. So you're saying that mobility helps with that,
Yes.
and building muscle helps with that for you anyway, right? Wow. Now, how long was you when you discovered you had this?
I was in my 30s when I was diagnosed.
Wow. Is it like hereditary or something through active? Did something happen? Is it
They-
like that?
I think it's some kind of, it's like an autoimmune thing.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's hereditary or not, but
Okay. All right. All right. So by you running all these years, it actually helped it out as well. And you working out now helps it out as well. That's amazing. Seriously. Wow, that is amazing right there. I love that. I'm glad you're doing that. Francis, let's talk about nutrition. How is your nutrition now compared? Has your nutrition been consistent all your life, or is it different now at an older age?
it's different now. I I never paid attention to macros and things like that before, but now I'm pretty religious about weighing my food and logging it using an app so I know where my calories are all coming from.
Okay. So so you seem like, so since you like to work out a lot, protein must be your number one thing, right?
Yes.
And so, do you take any supplements or anything like that, or you just just consume protein a lot?
I take essential amino acids and creatine, D3. I should probably do collagen, but I don't. But primarily the essential amino acids and creatine.
Wow, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because my two of the guests I had on before, and what I'm hearing is they're saying creatine is good for people who are getting older.
Cognitive
So
functions.
really,
Hmm.
wow, building muscle and like for your memory and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
You know what? I never, I've heard about this. I don't know. I heard all this, like the negatives about it, stuff like that. But now, like, you're the third person I've heard this from, plus everybody else. I might just start investigating into this as well. Man, this is going to be interesting right here. For instance, I want to say to you, they say the two top exercises for women. This is survey, right? Women in their 60s are leg presses and lat pull downs. Is that true? Is that good for you?
Well, I don't have access to a leg press machine, so no. I like
Or squats, you might as well say. It's almost
I
the same
like
thing as
squats
squats,
and
basically.
deadlifts. Deadlifts. I love deadlifts.
Really? Ah. What are you lifting now?
Well, my gym needs to get some more weight plates. At the moment, I'm using all their weights, so it's like 145.
Oh yeah, they got to step it up.
Yeah. But that's my body weight, so I mean, that's okay. And I like farmer
Okay.
carries too.
Really?
Those are really important for people. You
How
know,
so?
grip strength. Grip strength
Okay.
um, is important. You want to be able to open a jar as you get older.
Okay.
And they've found that grip strength is in direct correlation with, I can't think of, but it's supposed to be really good for you. I keep seeing things where they're saying, you should be able to farmer carry 75% of your weight for a minute.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Yeah, I did hear about that. For instance, how many days a week do you work out now?
Typically 5 days a week now.
5. Like, how many compare at home and how many compare in the gym? Or do you do both days, both
I
off and on?
go, well, I used to work out at home and at the gym too, but I don't do that anymore. I realized I was overdoing it. So I
Okay.
go to the gym 3 days a week and then I work out at home the other days.
You know what? I think I probably work out more at home than I go to the gym. Even though I do like going to the gym, because I like to have that. How can I say this? Not be around people so much, but having people there that like the atmosphere that they're around me in a way. But the gym is going crazy nowadays. I feel more comfortable at home. I basically set up everything here, which I love. I mean, right, I love my hex bar now. I'm adding more weights to it. That's my deadlifting. That's my
I-
cheating way of deadlifting. It's more centered.
I'd like to try using a hex bar. They look cool.
They're very good. People who deadlift, they say that's a cheating way. That's the easy way. But I don't see how, because the more plates I think it's center. It keeps you more balanced. It's just, the more plates you put on, the more you do. And I actually love that. It does help out your hamstrings. It helps out your calves. And you can do you can do calf raises with them as well. My home gym, I love my home gym. But I want to ask you this right here. And this is going to be kind of cool. Um, What is your favorite exercise at home, and what's your favorite exercise in the gym?
Hmm.
They're probably different.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
Well, I like dumbbell floor presses at home
Okay.
and
And how about the gym?
deadlifts.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Although I
my
do like the
goodness.
sled. The sled's fun to push and pull.
Uh, Depending. How much weight do you put on the sled?
Well, this is the M4, so it has its own resistance things. So we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
normally add extra weight. Although yesterday the instructor was on the sled, so I had his extra weight, which is like 200
Oh,
pounds.
oh my God. That's crazy. That is ridiculous right there. For instance, let me ask you a question that a lot of people don't ask people, especially as we all get older. How important is stretching before you go, like stretching to warm up and cool down stretching right now as we get older for you? How important is that?
It's critically important, but dynamic stretching beforehand, because you don't want to static stretch cold muscles.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do your dynamic stretching to warm up, and you definitely
Mm-hmm.
need to do static stretching afterwards. It's huge.
How long do you do it for, right? Because I mean, somebody might be watching this or listening to this. Maybe they might be the same age or older. Like, how would you tell that person like how long if they're beginning at this? Let's say they start at 62 or 60 or whatever. How long? What would be your advice about that to someone just starting the stretching part?
Well, get in at least 5 minutes of active stretching beforehand, at least. And afterwards, at least 15 to 20 minutes, but you should stretch every day. And like I said, I work at Stretch Lab where we do one-on-one assisted stretching. And
Hmm.
so people come into our studio and do 25 to 50-minute stretching with our flexologists. And it's really beneficial, especially to athletes or older people. It
Yeah,
keeps them mobile.
flexologist. I never heard of flexologist before. Okay.
That's a term, a Stretch Lab term. People who stretch people.
Oh, how much are you active besides working out at the gym and working out at home? How much are you active besides that?
In the summer, I'm more so active. Like I go paddleboarding at least once a week, and I like to
Hmm.
get out and walk or run if my hip wasn't hurting. Um, During the winter, I'm not quite as active, although I do
Hmm.
walk to work and walk home, so I'm getting a little bit of extra there.
I love you. You're the best. I'll tell you. This has been so much fun for me. Well, Freddie, right before I wind this down, well, I do want to ask you this though. Um, if you can give a message to anyone out there, especially any woman or even man that wants to be more consistent in the gym, like how would you tell them to go about it? Would you tell them to go jump on an app? You tell them to go to a trainer? How would you do that as well? How would you coach them through it?
I do kind of think it's important to at least maybe consult with a trainer just to get the basics down. Because a lot of
Hmm.
people don't know the basics, and just following along with a video, you don't know what your form is doing. I think it helps to have some professional guidance at the
Hmm.
onset. But then once you get that, I feel like you could go on your own and be successful. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Francis, I got one last question for you. And this is probably the most important question today. How much, what has this done for you mentally? Besides, I mean, we are talking about your physical because it's helped out your body, but how about mentally? Because they say all this stuff works out mentally. Well, how's this helped out mentally for you?
I I have more confidence. Like I wouldn't have back in the day. I wouldn't have been posting myself wearing booty shorts and a sport bra, you know, and now I'm, you know, here I am. So I mean that's been huge. Yeah, I just have a lot more
Confident.
self-confidence. I still can't talk very well,
Oh, you're fine. I
but
think you look great. I tell you right now, right? Because you know how the internet is. It's it's about a lot of body image issues and what's the other body shaming issues
oh
out
yes,
there, especially when you get when you post something on the internet. And it only takes one comment to fuck it up. Excuse my friends, to fuck it all up for you in your brain and sends you into a spiral. Like, so I'm gonna add this add-on question. How do you handle the internet?
I've been lucky, and I don't really get haters on my posts. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of people get nasty comment and
Yes.
whatever, and I really haven't experienced much of that. I don't know
You
why.
shouldn't. No. No. No, you shouldn't right there. Francis, my favorite Instagrammer, I'm gonna have some fun with you now. Are you ready to have fun with me this Saturday?
Okay.
Let's go. This is just 10 little questions. 10 little questions. You ready to go? All right. Number one. What is the one thing people misunderstood or misunderstand about you?
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm,
Ooh, that.
mm, yeah.
I don't know. Hmm.
Mm,
They might think I'm happier than I actually am because I exude. I don't know. I'm a goofy, weird person, but I'm not always as happy on the inside as I appear to be on the outside.
yeah. Gotcha. 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 I trust me. I totally get that. Trust me. It's all about life. Sometimes, like, a lot of us put on the happy face, but nobody knows what we really go through. And people should check on people like that. People check on the strong ones. Everybody, check on the strong ones. Number two, what's your guilty pleasure? Keep it, keep it PG now. Keep it PG. You say where you what?
I can't think of it. Uh, cheesecake. I don't know. I love cheesecake.
Ah, mm, mm.
I used to
Now I've
eat
had PG cheesecake.
I used to eat cheesecake every Wednesday after jujitsu because I figured I'd earned it after rolling around.
And choking people out too,
Yeah.
right? All right. Friend number three. All right. If the past you could see present you now, what would they say?
I think they'd be pretty proud of how far I've come.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
I'm proud of you already. Your past you said, girl, you should have been choking people out a long time ago. Next question. What's one thing you would change about the world today?
I just wish everybody could just get along with everybody. You know, colors. Have us not see people as different shades. And I mean, we're all the same inside, right?
True. Very, very true. Very, very true. Man. Next question. What was your first job? Your first job ever?
My first real job, I was a hostess at IHOP.
You say your first real job.
Well, I mean, I picked
Brandy, come
berries as a
on.
kid, you know, way back in the day.
I got you. You was a hostess at IHOP. I
Yeah.
like that one. All right, okay. All right, let's get into just two more. Two more. I'll make it easy for you. How about that? You ready? You're going to love this one. What's one word that best describes you?
Goofy. Loud.
No.
Loud. I'm really loud.
There you go. And my last question of the day for you, what's the best advice you've ever gotten?
Well, to be consistent. That's it.
I
You
love it.
can't
I
rely
do.
on motivation. It's discipline that you have to rely on. Motivation isn't always there.
I
I'm
love that.
a lot of times I'm not motivated, but I'm darn well going to do it anyway because I know I need to.
I love this. That was probably one of the best answers I've ever heard.
Oh,
Oh my God. Francis, I give all my guests the last word. I'm going to give you the last word today. If you could give a message to anybody out there, again, like a full message to people out there, like why is it important to work out or do something, be active, be mobile. Again, it's kind of copying off what we did before, but I want you to have the final message. You can take as long as you want. You can say whatever you want. For someone out there who might see this, who might hear this, and and they'll say to you, damn, you know what, she was right. Like, out of everything you've learned in your whole journey, tell a person something that could inspire them and also to be consistent as well in their journey now and what you've done, what you do now. Like
um,
something of hope.
I had something that fell out of my brain. Uh,
No. Again?
I was ready to say something, and I was like, oh, where did it go?
It come back.
But like, it's never too late to start. You know, I've seen people starting in their 70s and they're thriving, and you don't know what you're missing out on until you take that step. It's so empowering to be strong, to know you can do things. I just get such a high every time I work out. It's like the best feeling. You know, you're all sweaty and you look like bleh, but you accomplish something. You know, the feeling of accomplishing. I did that. It makes it just makes you feel good.
I love it.
You know, when you hit a goal and then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now I'm gonna go the next step. I'm gonna hit my next goal. It's I never thought I would be dumbbell pressing 40-pound dumbbells, you know. I remember when I first started working out with my little 10-pounders, thinking these are so
Whoa.
heavy. Just
Francis, you are inspiration.
well,
Go
thank
ahead.
you.
Go ahead. Keep on going.
I don't know what else to say. It's just a great feeling knowing that you can build your body into something different, or you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've
Totally.
always had, when I was a teenager, when I was trying to be super skinny, I could take a bangle bracelet and put it all the way up to my bicep.
Whoa.
I had the skinniest arm.
Wow. Wow.
And now
Okay.
it's not even going to go this far up my arm, you know?
Yeah, because you jacked. You
I
are
always had
jacked, though.
narrow
I give you that.
shoulders, and now I have shoulders. I was like, whoa, where did these come from? I built those, you know?
Yes, you did. You look good, friend. I tell you right now, you look damn good. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, you know what? You told an amazing story today. Right. When people see this, they're gonna be like, wow. You know what I mean? Right. You, I tell you, you are different. You are something else. I'll tell you that now.
This is true. I'm not your average 64-year-old.
But you know what? I love it though, because you know why? You're just you. And that's what a lot of people ought to be in this world, is themselves, and just be themselves and not try to act all social media fake. Oh, look at me. Look at me. I'm Sandra D at the degree shit or whatever it is. Right? But you're just you, and you know what you post is original, it's authentic, and I love it. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna keep on going out. Now, where do you want people to follow you at?
Or like everywhere.
For your socials. No, for your socials. Tell your people your socials for people with iHeart and Apple and Spotify.
Okay, on Instagram and TikTok, I'm at Fit Granny Franny 1960, but I'm also on X, but I'm also on YouTube, but I can't remember my channel right at the moment.
I'll post it up for
Okay.
them. Franny, it was great having you on.
It was a
It was
pleasure.
fun. It was interesting, but it was fun. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to Let's Talk About It. It was a great adventure here, great story. I'll see you next week. Everybody have a good day. Thank you for watching the show. Please like, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned next week for another exciting episode on Let's Talk About It.